out of nowhere at all. So, the elephant in the living room is there when you connect the dots. It ain't there when you don't. So they don't want the dots connecting. And this is what it's about. You know why it's gone into the fine detail of our lives, and you can't put, you know, things in your car saying it's for sale. It's the same principle, because this is a mind game in the end. It's a mind game. If you can control people's mind and perception, you control their actions. It's a mind game. Everything's up here. The idea is to do the same on the population as a whole that they do on laboratory rats and mice in these laboratory mazes, where they put a mouse in a maze, and if it goes down certain channels within the maze, it gets an electric shock. After it's been shocked a few times, you can take the electronic equipment away, and that mouse will still not go down that channel. What you've done is programmed the mouse into acquiescence to do what you want them to do, to become subservient to what you want the mouse to do. Now, what is happening now is in all these areas of our lives, right down to the finest detail now, as I say, we are being shocked in various ways no matter what we do. Traffic cameras, surveillance cameras, cards in windows, rubbish bin out on the wrong day, fine. Huh? What it's doing is creating a situation in the collective mind where I guess you could describe it as anything for a quiet life. Subservience. And the tasers with the police are fundamentally connected to the same thing. I know you're talking rubbish, officer. I know you're wrong. I know it's outrageous, but if I do anything to resist that, you're going to use that thing on me. I'll go quietly. We're laboratory rats or mice in a maze. And what we need to do is take the shocks and still go anyway. I've been... I've spent 20 years being ridiculed, being abused, being misrepresented, being made fun of, being laughed at in the street, having my kids laughed at school. I'm still fricking here. Political correctness. In Orwell's 1984 book, he had a thing called Newspeak. You know, and he said, you know, when you at this level of reality, there are many other levels of reality. We won't go there today, though I do. But at this level of reality, we think in words. You have a thought, you think it in words. When you reduce the language available through political correctness, and now this you are speak in text language and stuff, you are, as time passes, what we call time anyway, you are suppressing the amount of words to describe your own thoughts, never mind your own views. This is what political correctness is about, and also playing minorities off against each other. And the left in politics has been played like a violin. I'm from the left, there's me art right there. And here's me sodding brain here. There are a lot of genuine people on the left, what they call on the left. It's all a load of crap anyway, right, left. It's all part of the same scam. Doesn't matter. You know, you go far enough right, you meet yourself on the left coming back. The same bloody thing. There's some genuine people who want to do genuine things, but they've been scammed. And one of the scams is supporting political correctness. You can't upset somebody. Well, maybe they deserve to be upset. I'm upset that I can't have my view. Okay, that's not political correct. You know, I've got a hand that's completely knackered through arthritis, right? The only thing I can do with my hands is type with those fingers, very little else, right? It's crippled. My hand is crippled. You want to tell me my hand is crippled? I don't have a problem with that. You know why? It's bloody crippled. But no, I'm digitally challenged. You know what I said earlier? Some people would have got it, maybe some people didn't. When I talked earlier about you can't say brainstorm, you have to say thought shower, that is actually being introduced by some companies. I'm not kidding, it's not a joke, it's happening. And what it's doing is playing minority off against minority. So, for instance, and basically, you remember that image where all the countries were tied up in that web of stuff? They want to do that with minorities. So everyone polices everyone else. This is the idea. The few can't police the many. They have to get the many to police each other. That's what they do. For instance, if you're a gay person, good luck to you. I mean, I have a simple philosophy on life. Do what you like so long as you don't impose it on anyone else. That's it. That's my philosophy. Anyway, what a gay person can say, that's not politically correct, I'm taking you to a human rights tribunal for saying this about me, but then he can't say something about a black person, or he can't say something about a Jewish person, or he can't say something about an Islamic person, and the black person can't say something about an Islamic person, and so it goes on, where everyone is policing everyone else. In Canada, they've got a massive human rights scam going on, and one of them is a gay organisation took these people on, the Human Rights Commission, over political correctness, and now a woman is taking the gay people to the same Human Rights Commission, or a Human Rights Commission, because they won't let women into their gay club. You know, I mean, this is how it works, right? This is what I'm talking about. It's nothing to do with freedom, it's to do with control. And by the way, you know that guy, Sir Trevor Phillips, is it? No, not Sir Trevor Phillips, it's Trevor Phillips, CBE or MBE or something, right? He's head of the Human Rights and Racial Discrimination organisation that the government runs, right? Well, I wrote to him because I came across this thing, and it said, if you have any evidence of racial discrimination, right, write to the Racial Equality Commission. It's called something else now. Bigger chair, more money, same thing. And if you want to report evidence or cases of racial discrimination, and we'll investigate, right? So I write to him, and I say two things. First of all, I'm reporting the British royal family as the most racist institution on the planet, because not only do you have to be white, in effect, you have to come from one bloodline, and you have to follow, at least officially, one religion. I want this investigated. And I said to Trevor Phillips, oh, by the way, why are you, as head of against racial equality, why did you accept an honour from the Queen? It was an MBE or CBE or something, from the most racist institution in the world. And I got this bullshit letter back from a lawyer, completely avoiding the whole question, because of course they had nowhere to go. And the bottom line was, we don't choose to investigate this, thank you very much. I love this one. That's a politically correct sign. It's perfect. There you go. And I look at the bottom, if you can't read it at the back, at the bottom in small letters it says, also, the bridge is out ahead. That's where we're going. Now, I've got to get this one. Now, you know, the theme of money. What's that got to do with Big Brother? What's that got to do with Big Brother? It's nothing to do with Big Brother. You know, there's no surveillance cameras on the pound. I mean, what's going on? David Davison talked about it. This is one of the greatest aspects of Big Brother. Let's just analyse, what is Big Brother? It's control by the very few of the rest. Now, what's the greatest form of control on this planet? Money. And you ask the question. People don't ask these questions. I've asked economists this question. They can't answer me. What is money and who creates it? No. First of all, there is no money in terms of anything physical worth anything. Money is only what we are programmed to believe it's worth. Money is figures on a screen, that's it. When you go into a bank and you ask for a loan, mortgage or something, say £50,000, much more these days, £50,000, what does the bank then do? It types